In this video, I'm going to uncover the hidden gems of SBF in the Bukit Merah area. If you want to know about hidden gems of SBF from other town, please comment down below. Now let's start with the first project. Now let's talk about Bukit Merah Ridge project. So this project is due to be completed in the first quarter of 2028 and comes with a 6% subsidy rate. Now what is interesting is that this project was first launched in May 2022, but then if you see the numbers of available unit left, there's still 327 units left. I'm like, oh my goodness, this is quite a lot. I'm very surprised that this project still have this much unit available, especially because it was already launched back in 2022. Now let's look at the location. So the project is located here. So it is somewhere between Tiong Bahru MRT station and also Redhill MRT station. But because the Tiong Bahru road actually is quite busy, there are several buses. So you just need to walk a bit and then catch a bus to go to your destination. I think this location is actually still acceptable, even though it is slightly far from the MRT station. But then again, because there are quite a lot of buses, I think it's still okay. And if I'm being very objective, nowadays, Bukit Merah typically have subsidy clawback of 12% or even 14% depending on the project, right? So this one almost completed and the subsidy clawback is quote-unquote only 6%. So I think it is still a good option, but let's check out the price first. So for a 3-room flat, the price starts from $431,000 to $564,000 plus. Whereas for a 4-room flat, you can get it for above $640,000 plus up to $843,000. In terms of unit available, actually, as you can see, this project has a lot of blocks. And then for this block that I'm showing, it still have option at level 47, 46, 42, 35. So definitely high floor units are still available. So as you can see, even if I change the block to something else, you still see option above level 30, above level 40. So I think this is a project that you can consider if you have enough budget and if you are lucky enough to get a good queue number. Now let's look at the available units for 4-room flat. Similar to the 3-room, it still have quite a good amount of selections even at a higher floor. Even in this example for level 38, you can still see that there are 3 units available with different price point. I think the price is different even though the size is the same, most probably because of like the facing. Maybe this stack 5 to 4 has a better view maybe. If we go to another block again, you still see options at high floors. So again, I think this is a good project to be considered if you like the Bukit Merah area. Now let's talk about Alexandra Peaks. So this project will be completed in the second quarter of 2029 and it comes with 8% subsidy recovery rate. In terms of available units, in total it still have over 200 units of 2-room flexi, 3-room and also 4-room flat. I think the project name sounds familiar because it is. This project was launched back in July 2025 and I'm quite surprised to see that it still have so many untaken units because I thought this would be like a lot of people dream house. So it's very surprising to see that it still have balance over 200 units. Now let's look at the location. So this is the location of the plot and it is still within walking distance to Redhill MRT station and it also have several school options nearby and amenities. Obviously there are some small shops in Redhill area, or you can also take the train or bus to other parts of Singapore for more amenities. So the location itself is actually quite good. I'm honestly quite surprised that this project still have more than 200 units left. This is unexpected. Now let's look at the flat price itself. So for 2-room flexi, the price starts from $84,000 plus to $354,000 plus. For 3-room, the price starts from just under $400,000 to $529,000 plus. And then for a 4-room flat, the price is more than $600,000. And if you are wondering how much was it when it was first launched as a BTO, it was starting from $560,000. So indeed, the price has increased since last year. Now let's look at what type of flats are still available for this project. So as you can see, for 2-room flexi, you still have option at level 31, 29, 26. So indeed, there are quite a lot of options. But then again, note that this is for 2-room flexi. The price is already more than $350,000. So personally, I think it's kind of steep for 2-room flexi. Of course, the price can be lower if you opted for a lower lease. But then not everybody is eligible to pick a shorter lease. For 3-room, also similar situation. As you can see, there are still a lot of units above level 30. So this is interesting because even if you go to different blocks, you still have options above level 30, which then indicates that the problem might be the pricing. So for example here, in block 140C, you still have option at level 46, which is super high. But then this 3-room is being offered at $529,000, which is, is a lot. Now let's look at the available flat for 4-room. As you can see, again, still have options above level 20 and even above level 30. If we go to another block, for block 140B, you still see option for level 43, 41, etc., 30 something. So definitely this is an opportunity if, let's say, you for whatever reason miss the July 2025 PTO and you have been eyeing for this project, then this is probably a chance for you to apply to Bukit Merah, because again, this project has more than 200 units left. Next up, we have the Havelock Hillside project, which is due to be completed in the 4th quarter of 2028 and comes with a 6% subsidy recovery rate. In terms of total available units, this project still have a 3-room and also 4-room selection, totaling 133 units. Now let's look at the location. So the location of the project is here. So it is near the Havelock MRT station. Probably you can take a long walk there. And then as you can see, over here, you have the Tiong Bahru Market and Food Center. Community Center is also there. And then there's also Kim Seng Community Center here. And then another thing to consider is that there are several condos that is under construction. The existence of condos nearby usually kind of help to boost the value of the resale HDB later down the road if you want to sell. Because for some people who might be interested to own a condo but then their budget is not quite there, they might consider to buy your resale HDB later on instead. Now in terms of the school options, there are still several school options within, I think, the 2-kilometer radius. So this is also suitable for young family. And of course, if you stay in this area, it will be a short commute if you are working in the CBD area. Now let's look at the price. So for 3-room flat, the price starts from $512,000 plus to $638,000 plus. Whereas for a 4-room flat, the price starts from $677,000 to $872,000. Now let's look at the available unit. So for 3-room, you still have option above level 10 because I think that level 22 is probably just somebody had to let go of their choice lah. But then the rest is on a lower floor. If I go to a different block, for block 98A, you see that still got options at level 34, level 30, level 27, etc. Now if we look at the options available for a 4-room flat, there are quite a bit of options for high floor units above level 30, because as you can see, still got choice for level 42, 41, 40, etc. Interestingly, I don't know why, but the unit at level 42 and 41 has the exact same price. Again, probably because of different facing, yeah. not quite sure. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. If we go to another block, block 98A, you also can still see that it still have quite a lot of high level units available. Next up, we have the Alexandra Vale project. So this project is due to be completed in the second quarter of 2028, and it comes with a 6% subsidy rate. In terms of available units, it still have 3-room and also 4-room flat, and the total is 113 units. So let's talk about the location. So Alexandra Vale is actually located here. It's very near to the Redhill MRT station, and it almost completed. So if let's say this is within your budget, I think this is a good project to be considered, because if you work in the CBD area, then your commute is relatively short, and then if one day you want to rent out some rooms, it's also possible. If you have school going children, you still have some primary and secondary school nearby. So I think this is actually a good option. Probably the only concern would be the price. So now let's take a look at the price. For a 3-room, the price starts from $456,000 plus to $551,000 plus. And for a 4-room, it starts from $684,000 plus to $838,000. Again, the price is indeed high, but then if you compare it with resale flat nearby, then this price is still very competitive. Now let's look at the available units. Okay, for 3-room flat, Chinese in block 109A, as you can see, wow, you still have option at level 41, 40, 39, 37, etc. So still got high floors available. And even if we move to the other block, it still have level 40, but then after that, as you can see, it drops to level 15, level 5, level 4, etc. So most probably this block 109B has a better facing. Now let's look at the available units for a 4-room flat. For block 109A, again, it also still have a quite good amount of selection for high floor units beyond level 30. So as you can see, you still got level 46, 44, etc. So that's very compelling if you like the area. When I go to the other block, for block 109B, as you can see, you also still able to find option for level 45, 42, etc. Probably the only thing that is a concern for most people would be the price, because level 45, it's $836,000 plus, and it comes with 6% subsidy clawback, with a 10-year MOP, and then also income ceiling for the future buyer, and then cannot sell to PR couple. I mean, again, that's the consideration that you need to think about. If you're wondering whether the 10-year MOP and the very strict restrictions of plus and prime projects are worth it or not, check out my other video, because I did a deep dive analysis about whether it's still worth it to take plus and prime projects. Now let's move on to the next project. For me personally, when I did this analysis of SBF in Bukit Merah area, it kind of challenged my own assumption, because I have always assumed that Bukit Merah is a very desirable area. So even though it's being slapped with 10-year MOP, a subsidy clawback, etc., and then the price is slightly on the steeper side, I have always assumed that people would still line up for it. But apparently, as you can see what the data shows, quite a lot of people did not take up their unit. That's why those units ended up in SBF, right? Because if let's say the balance of a project is over 300 units, like what we saw for Bukit Merah Ridge, it becomes very interesting because the available balance is very significant. But what do you think? Let me know in the comment section down below. Why do you think Bukit Merah town apparently have quite a lot of SBF units available and being offered in this SBF? Is this because of the price maybe too high, or is it because Bukit Merah location is actually not as good as I think it is? Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye. To support my work, you can give a one-time tip by pressing the thanks button, pick the amount that you want, and click buy and send. Or you can also press the join button for exclusive contents and monthly membership. Your support means a lot to keep us independent. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye!